was a certain state near Sparta long ago. They were wise and fierce, the debates they'd undergo. Most Greeks thought of it as bizarre and avant-garde, but to philosophers it was such a lovely card. They would argue in the agora, full of conviction and fire. But this also was the kind of discourse their society required. Free speech in Athens, the polis's greatest thing. That was a trick that really was neat. Free speech in Athens gave them thought supreme. It was incredible, it couldn't be beat. These Agoria ruled the land, anyone could speak their mind, but the parrhesia they used, no need to act too kind. In all affairs of state, they applied these protocols, but Socrates, he had them bouncing off the walls. To the citizens, he was a heretic who was corrupting the youth. He was making them pyretic. They found him guilty, forsooth. Free speech in Athens, the polis's greatest thing. That was a trick that really was neat. Free speech in Athens gave them thought supreme. It was incredible, it couldn't be beat. But when the limits of this free speech and the people's intolerance for the philosophers became greater and greater still, the desire to do something about these outrageous people became louder and louder. This system's got to go, declared its enemies, but the people begged on their hands and knees. Speaking their minds had plenty of appeal. They'd science grew and they'd legislate with zeal. That only for a jury most demanding voted guilty, they're to blame. Socrates, his honor was upstanding, to his death he came. Free speech in Athens, the polis's greatest thing. They put some hemlock into his cup. Free speech in Athens gave them thought supreme. He died in pain because he drank up. Free speech in Athens, the polis's greatest thing. Plato wrote of his life memorializing. Free speech in Athens gave them thought supreme. And so we study this man so surprising. Oh, those Greeks.